Alrighty, welcome back to another episode from Farming Simulator 2013. Taking longer to get through this than I was hoping, but it is what it is. Time only allows me to do so many things, so here we are. So, last time we were mowing all this, we tethered it, so now what we need is just this guy to come windrow it all up. Alrighty, we're almost here. Because remember, we already got the sheep fed, so they're good. Excuse me. Yeah, this thing gathers it up real nice. And yeah, once we get done windrowing all this up, we will get one of the balers over here and bale all this up. Love how it just keeps going. one of these tractors to get the baler, and I guess we could use this one since it's fast. It's logical. Wait, do I still have it at the shop? Which was literally where I was at. It's stupid. I'm pretty sure this is the tractor that they have actually kept in the game the entire time. Like I'm pretty sure we'll see this in FS 17 or 19, maybe even 15, I have no clue. We'll find out once we actually get to those games. Time to go jump, I think. But that actually worked. Oh. Guess we're just gonna go back into the river. Ridiculous, this. See how she bagels. Just kind of picks it up and it disappears. Some miles per hour max river speed. There's your first little fail. Like that you can like pick up the hay in reverse. Full again. And you can see a bale in there. So that's kind of cool. This baler's almost wide enough for this windrow, which is crazy. And by the way, this sound the baler makes is different from the other baler, the Krone one. It's more of a beep, 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 so it's a little bit more annoying, I would think. But it's just my opinion. The one thing I kind of don't like about baling is having to run around so much trying to get all of the little pieces up. Like, you don't have to, of course, but I always feel weird if I don't. It's the one thing that's kind of annoying about this version. The tractor just kind of takes off. It doesn't gradually pick up speed, so it's annoying. It's like, boom, there we go. And it just slows down. But that's just the way it is. Oh, looks like That's all we're gonna get. So this now we'll go with the bale stacker. One other thing that was kind of weird is like you couldn't ever attach a trailer to the front of the tractor, I don't think. Unless it's a different tractor. Whereas now you can, which again, you know, it's kind of not that useful, but it is just a realistic thing that you can do. Yeah. So yeah, this is the bale wrapper, and this is another thing from the Ursus pack that wasn't actually just in the standard game. This allows you to pick up a square bale, or a round bale, I'm sorry, and wrap it. And yeah, this is how it looks. It's pretty bad as far as the animations are concerned. But I did think they did a decent job with that part. And we'll do one more. It just clips through everything so bad. And yes, if you do unhook it, it does stop. So yeah, there you go. That's the bale wrapper. Just sell off a few things we don't need now. I might need that. Don't think I need that. Probably don't need that either. Don't need that either. So let's reset our guy. Get our bale stacker and take it up there to the cows. And it's times like this I wish I could drive two vehicles with that thing up there at the same time, but I can't. So yeah, this is the round bale stacker, auto stacker, which again is from the Ursus pack. The regular round baler from this game does not have. Whoa. There's some rock climbing physics. It does not have a round bale auto stacker. So you would literally just have to go pick them up with a bale trailer and a front loader. Do a sick wheelie there. Alrighty, so there's one. Slow down. And there's two. So those are the wrapped bales. See, it just slides them back. Pretty easy, pretty simple. And yes, you can mix the bales. You got wrapped bales and square bales. I mean, not square. We have wrapped bales and grass bales is what I meant. And no, there is no collision, so you can't drag a bale along with you. To literally stop and wait. So, looks like we're gonna leave 2 bales behind. That's unfortunate. Maybe can we get them if we need to? So, let's go to the cow farm, which is... Well, let's go this way. Scenic route. I did say we were going to explore the map, so this will help with that. It's crazy how much worse the interiors look back when this was made. Like, overall, this game doesn't look that bad, but it definitely doesn't look near as good as 2015. Yeah, just some more fields. That's the thing, like there's not a lot of scenery to be seen to some extent. I mean, they did put buildings and stuff, but overall it's just kind of, yeah. That ramp is pretty cool. I will give it that. I feel like the backlight is brighter for some weird reason. Alrighty, so let's unload the bales. Here's a quick comparison of the two auto stackers. You can see the square one is a lot bigger and holds a lot more. Generally, unless you're literally wanting this for round bale for wrapping, I would just use the square baler for everything. Alright, so now I guess we'll keep it just in case we need it to those other 2 bales. Alright, so at this point we need this guy. So let's drive him up there. Double beacons. Like, yeah, the interior's there. They didn't not model it, but yeah, it's just so poor, you know, like the textures are pretty grainy and there is no animation other than the steering wheel. And like that looks like candy on that joystick. It just doesn't look that great. At least you can make out what it is. Like that's a windshield wiper, a parking brake, and another parking brake, and headlights and turn signals, which don't work, but you know, it could be worse. I'm heading the wrong way, but yeah, the graphics are okay. So I may have to drive this thing or drive another one. back down to the silage pit that we're going to fill up here in a little bit. Just so that we can see like how this thing looks when it's intaking silage this way. Because obviously I can't take silage in that way with this thing using the left everything jumps using the wrapped bales. My brain's not working. Daylight savings is great. Feels like it's 10:30 at night when it's actually only 9:30. Hey, I tell you what we could do. I just thought about this. So yeah, we'll do that in a second. Alright, so now we're going to use the Ursus to actually load this thing and get our cows fed. I guess we should buy some cows. There we go. We'll just get, about 50 cows. They're $2,000 a piece, $200 for sheep, $40 for chickens. There they are. Lovely. Looks like this thing is not quite tall enough. And here's the other thing. Every time you do this, it just makes a huge mess. So the first thing we can do is load this thing up with a few straw bales and loading this thing is always some pain. They're bedding for the manure, which we're not actually going to get into that as far as like doing it, but at least we'll know like how that part looks to some extent. How it looks in the barn shed. And if you guys want me to revisit any of these games and do a more thorough look at all of it, I'd be happy to do that. I'm just trying to do a general thing of each game before we move on. But yeah, tonight might be the last night that I look at FS 13. Notice it just fills up. The floor in there with straw. And yes, there was a flashlight back in the day. So yeah, that's what it looks like, just kind of blobs of straw on the ground. Alright, now let's actually try to make some mixed rations. So the formula is pretty much like let's see how this does. Okay, it does not like that. Do I need to go get the other thing? Maybe if I'll just knock them over, I can actually grab them now. There we go. It doesn't work great though, like you can just see how it just wants to fall off. It's wobbling. The physics just aren't there. As far as stabbing the veil like there. It's like, no, you didn't come at the right angle. Go. We do need one straw veil. There they go. Never put them too close to that fence or you will lose a veil in there. Okay, apparently it's full. And yeah, perfect extractions ratio. Let's feed some cows. It's just kind of a mist coming out. It's not really flowing out at all. And you can put it there, but you can also put it over here. It really doesn't matter. It's also curious to me how this thing has a conveyor belt on one side but not on the other. I'm not sure why that is. But it's cool. I notice it doesn't rotate or move or anything. It's just this junk falling out of it. Alright, so yeah, there's the cows. That's just generally how it's going to work. Again, manure will build up there because of the straw, and slurry will be, of course, in this big tank right here, and it'll just fill up, and then you'll just come fill it up right here, and then the milk truck will come and get your milk, and yeah, that's how you do cows. It's pretty simple once you get the equipment. And then yeah, you can get some silage right here. Now, at this point, I suppose it's time to actually harvest some silage. Oops. I think there's another one down here, right? Yeah, the 1000. That doesn't actually make any difference, I don't think. V12 engine power in the new high efficiency. Interesting. You can also use it to pick up grass. There's also a cutting trailer and a mower. But yeah, there's like no difference between the two. There's 10 meters and 10 meters. Really doesn't make any difference. This thing does have the RPM and speed gauge. Why is this thing being a pain? Like, just hook up. There we go. Whoa. That's how you fill up the gas too, that way. Whoa. Watch out, lady. But the RPM gauge does not work. Literally the only thing that works is the speedometer. And as you can see, it still wildly fluctuates. So yeah. yeah, this is how it unfolds. Looks pretty cool. Folds up, folds down, and then you're ready to harvest. Pretty much speed that up a little bit. I had slowed it down so that it didn't become ready before we were. So anyway, let's just get it put right here. Sounds pretty good. And cutting teeth are animated. All these things are animated, so it's pretty good. Anyway, let's take the truck down there. And get some silage. May have to swap over to a tractor, but for now at least, be fine. So here's the night. Looks pretty good, pretty dark. I do kind of miss this particular trailer. Whoa. I do not know what I did there. Because it was just kind of cool looking, but it is what it is. Why did you quit? What is he doing? Oh my goodness. Just freaking cut. It's not that hard, like, look. Why is it not cutting? Is it not ready? Oh, it's frickin' withered. Okay. Another thing I don't like. You can't turn off plant withering. And you can't actually control the cruise control, so you're just kind of gonna have to manually just kind of hop along. Driving something that's anywhere near faster than the Harvester, which is annoying. I much prefer the new system that you can just set it whatever you want. It's a little bit more annoying because you have to scroll through the entire speed range from top speed down to low. I do kind of wish there was like max speed and then set speed. But it is what it is, you know. So yeah, this is how you do it. I am going to real quick though. Just run over here and then go in here and get this guy back to there, and then I guess what would it be under? Trailer technology? Or tippers, just literally tippers, yeah. So, I have the big tractor here. I don't really need it. The smaller tractor that's a little faster would be fine for this. But, since it's already closer, it's fine. Plus this one will do better pulling the big trailer, even though the weight isn't really an issue. I do find it funny that the maintenance for this thing is less than the maintenance for the single axle dolly, but it makes sense logically because like to do the same job, the single dolly is probably going to take more weight. But at the same time, technically I think this one should be more expensive because it's got so much. It's got more parts to it, more tires, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, you want to move, bro? I do like that the brake lights work. It's pretty good. Again? Okay, wow. So this doesn't have the correct speed. Wow. So yeah, this was literally just a thing that like you couldn't hardly keep at the right speed to be with these guys. That is freaking annoying. And yeah, plant withering, I completely forgot about this. Like, this was always a thing of like watching your plants to make sure they don't wither. And yes, I know that it's not technically harvesting as much right now, but I just want it to get in a line and just stay in it, you know? Alright, we got to the end, now just whip it around, buddy. I do like that it stops right there. Go. It's almost getting full. So I guess in a way though I did demonstrate plant withering on accident. So I guess one way you can do it is drive, let yourself get ahead, stop, and then you go. Let yourself get ahead, stop, and go. But again, it's just annoying. And like, you can equally try to do it with W. It's just so annoying. Ooh, man. Almost full. Oh, 61,000 liters, I guess this is. Yeah, this big tractor's definitely needed. This is heavy. It's not even wanting to go full speed. I wonder if the weight would make much of a difference. Probably not. I never did notice the weight making a lot of difference back. Alrighty. Oh. Did the scale work? No. The scale did not exist. Except in modded maps. They didn't do that in modded maps. So, you can't dump this anywhere except in here. And yes, this is how it works. There's just random little slides of it that you just kind of let do their thing. And yeah, this right here with the whole field thing, and half the withering, half of it being grown, half of it not grown. That's why over here, you would always like turn it up fast, and then when you're done, you turn it down slow. That way, you don't have any more rot, even if you do keep the technique time going. By the way, guys, currently at the point of this recording / live stream, it is 14 days until FS22 comes out, so I gotta step on it if I'm gonna get all of 15, 17, and 19 in the next few days. They may not be as in-depth, but I think that will be okay to some extent, because obviously they're newer, and if you're newer to the franchise, you may have watched videos from 15 to 17 or 19 even, and so you're kind of familiar with it. But it's, you know, the whole genre combined is what makes it a little different. So I'm trying to spend a little more time on 13, because obviously almost nobody's playing 13 these days. Like, you know, probably almost nobody's playing 15, maybe a few people are playing 17. You know, there's probably a fair amount of people that are playing 17, and then everybody's playing 19. And then everybody's going to be playing 22, a few people are going to be playing 19, fewer people are going to be playing 17, probably nobody's playing 15, and nobody's playing 2013. So that's just the way it works. That's just the nature of, you know, games getting older. It's just like die-hard veterans that want to keep playing certain games just for nostalgia, or, you know, just because they don't want to spend the money on the next game, or they think this one's better than the newer one, or whatever. So, yeah, that's why I'm spending a little more time on this, even though I've fallen behind schedule. Things came up, I wasn't able to stream every night like I was hoping to. But I'm still on 2013 with episode 4 here, even though, you know, technically I should be, what, 15 or 17 by now. But again, like I said, you know, I really wanted to spend some time with 13 because I haven't played 2013 in years. First of all, because I didn't own it for a while. Like, I owned it and then I lost a copy of it. Apparently, Giants. You know what? I think the email is what I lost, because I had an original email that I used, and then obviously I changed emails, and I guess because I got rid of the old one, I didn't think about it, but that also got rid of my ability to access that copy of Farming Simulator. So yeah, my original copy just completely disappeared. Anyway, real quick, this is how you how it smooths itself out. It just kind of like went into other pieces and was just really jumpy. The conveyor belt did move, as you can see, which was pretty impressive. And then yeah, if we look here, there's the compacting level, and it was a lot easier to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and blanket the silo. You can see it's just one uniform blanket at the highest point. The reason I'm doing that is I don't have time to completely do that. So now, just sell that. We still need that. We still need that. We don't need the big mower anymore. We don't really need that. That. This. Just trying to clean it out so we can easily see what we're dealing with. We may need to keep that. Yeah. So now, let's see. How are the beets doing? Ready to harvest and growing. Okay. So let's go get our beet harvester. So this is the grind Maxtron 620. This was the original beet harvester that they had in the game, the one we all know and love. The big, slow, lumbering beast. 15 miles an hour is its top speed. And yeah, it was on 2 tracks and then had little wheels in the back. That's how this thing got around. Again, the interior is just pretty plain. Nothing fancy going on in there. It does have the big horn, which is really the most important thing on it. That horn is really what I miss all the new games. I wish this horn was on a lot of other games. Like, why can't we get a horn like that in Euro Truck Simulator or SnowRunner or something like that? I don't know. SnowRunner almost does, but yeah. Anyway, here we are. Let's unfold it. I do want to try to pay attention when we unfold it, not just do it on the fly, so that you guys can really see how the animations are and how they've changed. So, yeah, first that piece folds up, and then the back, and then the front, the rear belt, and this side chute comes down, and folds out. The front piece is folding out, and yeah. Folds that down, you can lift that back up, and just line it up and hire the worker. As you can see, it instantly starts dumping. No hesitation there. And yeah, just kind of chops it off, makes them disappear, and then just kind of picks them up and has these horribly animated potatoes fall, just for beets falling in. So yeah, there's the potatoes, or the beets. Sorry. Let's see how he negotiates this turn down here again, because I also want to consider AI and how they've improved the AI workers in the game, or not improved them equally. So he stops, cuts it deep, loops it around, stops, cuts it deep again, stops, cuts it a little deep, and then gets started back on it, straightens her out, and away he goes. Now he does miss a tiny little piece here, but you know, it's not that bad, and that was a pretty good turn. So let's pay attention to how that changes in the next games with these machines. I know one of the new ones, I don't know if it's the potato or the beet one, in FS22 actually has all wheels, no tracks, which is pretty weird when you're so used to all the machines having tracks like this guy. I believe it's the potato one in 19 actually has wheels in the front that steer, and then tracks in the back, which is, again, so weird. It's crazy how they design all these machines so differently. Like, to me, this is the best style, with the rear steer and the turning and the tracks in the front. I think that makes the most sense. I don't know, that's just me. Anyway, let's grab our trailer. There's a water fountain. So yeah, again, the potatoes are still growing over there, so let's speed up the time. I'm not worry about whether the beats wither at this point. If they do, we've already gotten some. It's mainly what we wanted to see. That did not open up fast enough. And we have to use this guy to unhook that. This will also allow our fermentation to get started. Let's keep an eye on that. What does this say? The lizard drone. Oh, excuse me. Dell lizard drone. Does it say in? Just says lizard truck. And it says farm use not behind it. Interesting. Who knows? Still not ready to harvest? That's fine. Let's do a quick check. Fermentation, you can see it's ticking up pretty good there. It's a big foggy morning. It's kind of cool. Alright, let's see how our beet harvesters do. We'll let him turn, and we'll link up with him. There's the sun. Well, there you go. That's how you dump out the sweet potatoes. Or, I mean, beets. The sugar beets. Alright, so we'll leave Buddy there to do that. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that hasn't gone yet, so I would like to throw this on there just to see how the corn looks as it's harvested. Charlie Mills making us money. Ah, okay. Some potatoes are ready to go to. Did I mention I hate the AI cars in this game? Look how they just stick to you as well. Like, get off, bud. Excuse me. I'm driving here. I really hope they've improved the AI in the new games. This is just And when I say the new game, I mean S22, because currently the AI in this and the 15, 17, and 19 are all just subpar. The only reason they got better is because there was no physics. So literally, they would just sit there, which was better. Oops, sorry. Which was better in the sense of you didn't get stuck and they didn't stick to you like they just did, but it was also not as fun because then you can, push them around and control them. So it's a hate-love relationship with these cars. Alrighty. So again, look at that. Literally just disappears off the screen. No animation on the header. Just, the spinny thing, the auger. And that's it. And then it does come out there and come out the back. And that is it. Just disappears. So, at least you're harvesting, but it does not look good. And I'm sorry, I left this in the way. But we're getting close to being done, so that's exciting. Alright, let's look at the potato. And this was the other funny thing. The potato harvester and the beet harvester looked very, very similar. They're different. You can see differences, but overall they're very similar. Like, for example, even the name is different. Like, this is the Tektron 415. But overall, like, it's the same design, same tracks and wheels in the back. It's just the conveyor belts are a little different. And it unfolds on the other side. And it does have this bulge on this side as well. And then it's got these extra choppy things up front there. But so yeah, there's the potato thing. I'm not sure what those big metal or stone looking wheels did. I don't think they have that on the newer ones. Yeah. It's crazy how they just picks them up, eh? And there's your engine right there. I think that's another difference. Yeah, this one has like a tunic cover over it. This one's exposed, so that's kind of interesting. So now we should be able to turn the road down to slow, but turn the speed up. Until fermenting's done. Is it done? Oh, it is done. So now, I guess we'll just buy a front-end loader. Like this guy. So here's the old Lizard front loader. And this thing is cool, like it's big, it's a lot bigger I think than the new ones. This has a 520 power, so that means horsepower. Anyway, but oh, it's got a bucket camera? That's crazy. But yeah, I feel like this is a lot bigger, has a wider stance than the newer ones. But it's also a lot less useful. it literally has this bucket on it, and that's it. You can't pick up pallets or trees or bales or silage. Well, you can't pick up silage, but manure. Well, I guess you can pick up anything with a bucket you can pick up, but everything else is just like, nope. Harvester guy's full there. I do like the teeth on this bucket. It makes it look a lot more mean, cool looking than the new smooth buckets that mostly use. Although to be fair, I guess you don't really need a claw bucket on this. But let me tell you. Look at that 10,000 hooters. That's way more than most of the new ones. We made so much money doing this. There's no sign to tell you how much in it, but you know, it is what it is. And it was so easy to get this filled up. It's just like you fill it up, it just automatically does it. So the money. It's like 30 grand off of one scoop. Is that right? Supposed to be, yeah. Harvest income 50,000. Is that right? Just keep an eye on that. I wonder how many liters the new ones. Flame horn. Yep, that was literally like 15 grand from one bucket. That's ridiculous. And when you think of it, we had, what, 61,000 liters? Boom. Just $100,000. Not necessarily all of this, but just, I mean, total. Well, no. Pretty sure that is in total, because I haven't sold anything else today. Also, let's test something else. So when you dump, it does just go back into the pit. Now, what happens if you dump it outside the pit? Then you just dump it and waste it. So that was the one other absolutely awful thing, is you could lose crop in this game to some extent when you dumped it like that. You just lose it and it's gone forever. So yeah, that's how you would do silage. We do one other thing. I'm just going to try this down there real quick, just so we can watch it, and then I honestly think I'm done. If you guys want to see something else from 2013, put it down in the comments. You know, if you want me to explore the map more, or you know, do something else like maybe some of the missions that they have, or I don't know, whatever else you feel like I didn't do that you want to see. Or a comparison of something, just let me know. I'll be happy to do it. But obviously, you know, I've kind of spent as much time as I feel like spending in this, and I want to be able to move on tomorrow night, hopefully, or whenever I have time, to FS 2015. I guess it's FS 15. Like, it's funny, after 2013, they just decided, you know what, we're just going to call it 15, 17, and 19 instead of actual 20, which is weird, but it is what it is. So, this is how it would look. It's just kind of like a thin film coming up. So yeah, I'm curious. Could you dump it? Could? Why didn't we ever do this before? Oh my goodness. Is this something that I never did when I was playing that I should have done? Let's compare how quick it is. Okay, clearly that's fairly slow, but what's the capacity of this thing? Okay, so it'll hold an extra 2,000. So that's curious. It unloads a lot slower, it fills a lot slower though, so I don't think this is really a better option than the front loader, because like you see how long this is taking to unload. It's also versus just whipping around in this thing, where boom, there's 10,000. Yeah, that's a lot faster. Okay, so there wasn't something that I just missed when I was playing this all those years ago. But it is something that I didn't know you could do. Here's the potato guy. He has the same mapping as this guy. Although I must say, this guy's going up fairly slow. Although this is it is what it is. There's what the corn looked like. Can we pop up on? That doesn't look too bad, actually. I can't bend down to look at it closer, but corn texture ain't half bad. No beacons when it's on, or when it's full. So anyway, yeah. I really think that about does it. You know, obviously, there's more equipment that you could look at and study, like the non-self-propelled ones. There's more trailers, cultivators, and everything else that I showed first stream. Sprayers and whatnot that I showed. Manure spreaders, we haven't really looked at them, but like that's what they are. That's what they do. Same thing with slurry spreaders. And the mowers we looked at for a minute. Windrowers, tedders, loading wagons, mailing technology. Like I mentioned, this one is you can only pick them up with this big trailer or this trailer with the front loader, so it's a lot more annoying. And then you got the spreader, and then this loading wagon, feeding technology, and then some other one weights. Yeah, I guess we could briefly look at that. Was there any other things I wanted to show? I do have these modded tractors. I do want to show this because this tractor is really cool. That idle is kind of how one of the tractors I use in real life sounds, but not completely. Yes, you could look this up. And yeah, this is what the auger wagon would look like. These things are so amazing. Let's look at this one. Which one of these things have the most on me? Obviously that one. 70, 80, 75. The dudes. Just use the dudes. Look at this thing. I wish they had these in the new game. These are so cool. That engine sound too. Like the brakes. Could you imagine seeing a guy doing this in real life? I'd love this. Okay. That does it. I am done. So, yeah, let's sell everything. I am so done. All of this. Alright, so there was one other thing I wanted to do before we left. And that was sell some of the sheep wool. Yes, you could actually grab 2 pallets with this, I think. And if you could put these on a flatbed trailer, but here's the thing, back in FS13 there was no straps, so if you drove recklessly it would fly off just like they just about did there. So yeah, it was almost better to just drive them like this on the end of the forklift, because they're probably just going to fall off the trailer. But yeah, it was a thing, that's for sure. But yeah, I think this is going to call it an end to the series for FS13. Like I said, if you guys want me to have an actual thorough exploration of the map, or if you want me to look at the other map for a quick tour, Westbridge Hills, we can do that. And it's actually a pretty good example, because obviously they equipped it into the new games in certain situations. I think they had it in FS 2015. So you could compare them. So if you guys want me to do that, be happy to. Let's see how much this is worth. About like 2 or 3 grand. Not much. Anyway, let's just save that. And yeah, that's FS 2013 for you. Very, very bare bones. You know, you can't even tell if it was fertilized or not. And yeah. That's it. And then you got the music. And tutorials, and mods, and achievements, everything else. And yeah, I'm going to cut the audio there because I don't know if this is copyrighted music or not. But either way, I don't want to have any issues. So, I know the screen is black, but thank you guys for watching. And I really appreciate you guys coming along for the ride there with FS13. Next time, we will be coming back with FS 2015, and yeah, we'll be starting out just like we did with 13, and seeing how that goes, seeing how things have changed from FS 2013 to FS 15. So, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one very soon. Take care.